place where God can begin to bring provision. He got to the place, that vision and decision. And God said, you on a journey, but you got to get to the place. Somebody said, I got to get to the place. You got to get to the place. Stay right here. When I move, you move. Stay right there. Right now. Listen. Somebody say, I got to get to the place. You can holler Jehovah Jireh all you want. You still won't get no provision. Sing about it. Sing on. Sing on. But you won't get that. Because it's more than a song. It's more than a title. Come on. It's a destination you got to get to in order for that to come on. God spoke to Abraham and said, take that which you love the most, sacrifice it. Abraham took it and start walking. Now, follow me. Every time I step, you step. Come on. Start walking. Start walking again. Unbeknownst to Abraham, he didn't know. Abraham didn't know this. But every step he took, till that third day when he saw him, every step he took, provision was stepping through. Where you see that in the Bible? Come on, we don't want you to know. Walk. The Bible said when he got to that place, and God said you don't have to kill him. He said, look behind you. There's a ram caught in the thicket. The thorns of crown that was on Jesus' head, but I ain't got time to go through all that. Caught in a thicket. Take him instead of Isaac, but God's going to get his sacrifice. Take him instead. You say, why didn't he see the provision? Because it was a mountain between him and the provision. Come on, somebody. And he could not see the provision till he got to the. Once he got to the place, God said, now look behind me. In other words, something was following that you didn't even know about. I don't know who this is for, but somebody gonna shout with me. God's got a ram in the bush for you. When you make this decision today, you ain't gonna know where it came from. You ain't gonna know how it got there. But when you make your decision, God said, I've got a ram in the bush for you. You don't even see it now. You don't even know it now. You don't even feel it right now. But once you make this decision, God said there's a ram in the bush for you. Your provision is going to show up. Somebody throw your hands up and shout, provision is coming. As soon as they make a decision, provision is going to show up. I was in Los Angeles, California. I ministered along these lines today. The pastor was a young pastor, 30-something years old. Left his job. He was a manager of a bank, making over $100,000 a year. Left his job, got married, newlyweds. He told his wife, he said, God has called me to the ministry. I got to let go of my job. He said, I didn't know it, prophet, until you came and gave the revelation. But I said this out of my mouth to my wife. He said, I got to let go of my Isaac. They were driving big cars, living in a mansion, had every new car you could get, Mercedes. He said, God said, I got to get rid of my. He said he did. He said they ate bologna, lost their house, lost all of my. was his fourth or fifth anniversary. He said, once I did it, me and my wife lost faith. And he said, soon as all they got, we went through. He said, but now, he came and picked me up in a 2010 Escalade. Why? Took me up in a 2010 Escalade. They just moved to a... He said, everything that I sacrificed and gave up for God, God has gave me back more than what I ever had. He had about the same amount of people in here in his ministry, and he wasn't there for about 3 or 4 years. They was blessing him. They gave him $55,000 that service for his pastoral anniversary. I'm trying to tell y'all something. When you make a decision to give God that you love the most, God said, you can't beat me in giving. I'm going to give you back more than you ever gave me. I'm going to do more for you than you ever did for me. Lift your hands today. Provision is coming. We ain't got to shout. We got to make a decision. Come on, somebody. We'll shout after the decision. We'll dance after the decision. But you got to make a decision. Today is the day. God said you are withholding. That's what he told Abraham. You did not withhold from me what you love the most. That's why I'm blessing you. And then he told Abraham, he said, in multiplying, I'm a multiplier. He said, look up to heaven. First time God tells a man to look to heaven for resource. He said, look to heaven. Can you count the stars? Abraham said, I can't count. He said, well, look down the earth, count the sand. He said, I can't count. He said, you ain't going to be able to count these blessings, either. Wow. Then I'm getting ready to put on you. He became a father. We are blessed with faithful father Abraham. It was called Abraham's bosom. God said, this sacrifice, this seed, this that they is going to bring them into the most they ever had. Lord, I give you praise. I give you praise. Come on, lift them up. I give you praise. God is getting ready to move for you. Are you ready to make the decision? I'm not talking about something, if it was easy, everybody would do it. If the decision was easy, y'all all be up here, though. But the decision today is what you've been holding on to for security. That you place it in a category like God. God is your keeper. Come on, somebody. God is your supplier. God is your way maker. Everything that I've been holding on to, that I thought would secure me and keep me. Everything I thought I could fall back on when hard times. Every little savings you got. Let me tell you. Good, save all you want. You said, I'm saving it for a rainy day. Let me tell you something. You forgot something. Sometime when it rains, it's a hurricane. I don't know about hurricanes up here. I don't know about storm. Sometime when it rains, it pours. And all that you had saved up for rain wasn't expecting a storm. So now, Daddy, I guarantee you there was people